Welcome to Control and Compete. Today we're joined by Cody Hendry. How you doing, Cody?
I'm alright, how are you?
Very well, thank you. So Cody, you're an esports teacher, esports player.
Yeah.
You've got an esports org and
Yeah.
you've got esports coaching.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
How did you get involved in the game? What was your first memories of gaming?
My brother, we were playing like Mortal Kombat in his room.
Oh, nice.
He would just like take us out and then come back.
Was that in the Mega Drive or?
Just to the Xbox.
With the Xbox,
Yeah.
right, okay. So
Yeah.
so what age did your brother scar you at then? What age were you when you were playing that?
I must have been about like 10 maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe
10.
that, yeah.
Yeah, it's quite gory with Mortal Kombat. Is it still really? I've never played the new
Nah, I
ones.
don't think it's as good as it used to be, but I know it's more like arcade based now, I think.
Right. Yeah, so fighting games was kind of your first bit. And what other games was your brother into? What else did you get exposed to?
I think he played a bit of Call of Duty, but it wasn't like the biggest gamer. But yeah, I kind of just like started getting more into it from him. And then it was just like the DS days of, I wouldn't really cast it as like esports.
Yeah, and so what was your first memory then of seeing competitive, realising that maybe esports was a thing then?
Fortnite, to be honest.
Yeah.
I did save the world, and then as soon as Fortnite came out, that was it. Like the jump from Call of Duty to Fortnite straight away. And I just kind of realised as soon as the tournaments and I saw the money, that was it.
Yeah.
That was needed to do it.
And so what made you think that? So did you think it was really accessible to you? So you seen that you could get prize pools and that, and you thought, what age were you, sorry?
I would have been about 13 about the time when I...
And so you actually thought, I could do this and I could get, because obviously it's the same game as everyone else playing, eh?
I went kind of down like the content side until I actually realised about the esports.
And you're a content creator.
Yeah, a lot of that.
Yeah.
But it was like more when I started, I did the competing, and then the content came around, and that's like, as soon as I finished school, I took a year out, travelled with my dad, and then went to see my brother because he lives in Spain. And I just did the content for about a year, and it was perfect time because then the degree in Dundee came out. So and that's when I was like, right, esports, I can actually do something here. And as soon as I started doing the experiences from there, that's when there was the DNA Kids Club they had.
Right, okay.
And that's straight away I knew I need to be a teacher.
Right. It's great how all these things have came about and it just like suits you to a T.
Yeah.
Because I've looked at your stuff and it's professional. It looks
Yeah.
great. Like your website, your sponsors, your partners. I mean,
Yeah.
if anybody wants to look at, I mean, you go by the name what, Nine Flyer.
Yeah.
So where did that come about?
So it was mainly from Fortnite. So it was like people said that I had quite like it was like I'm flying when I was playing in that. Like I was mostly known for like my movement and building and stuff.
Nice.
And then I just added fire and put the both together. And
So were you mouse and keyboard then?
yeah, I did play controller, but I'm now keyboard and mouse.
Right. So when did you make the jump to like mouse and keyboard?
It was like season 2 of Fortnite, I think. I had an Xbox, and then I got a really low-end PC, and then ever since I've been upgrading it.
Yeah, because like we do the esports camps, and some of the kids that come to the camp, they play Fortnite, and I watch them, and it's just like they're playing an instrument.
Yeah.
Like it's amazing with the mouse and keys. Eh? Like just
Especially
the
with,
build when you're in the building. It's like, how long did it take you to practice and getting good at building then?
I got quite good early on. The Xbox I wasn't as good, but
No
as soon as I picked up keyboard, I started realising the movement you could do, and like some of the streamers you would watch, you would see gameplay, like you had Ninja and stuff like that, but there was nothing that would feel like you're actually flowing through like music and like montages and stuff to like follow along with it. And that's like how I was like, right, content.
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh, it goes so well with it, eh?
Yeah.
And what kind of music do you like?
A little bit of rap. I'm not like the biggest into it, but country's my thing.
Oh, nice, yeah. I've brought up in country. I always say that my mum and dad, Daniel O'Donnell, you've already heard, not that, it won't be that country, will it?
No.
Is it American New country?
Yeah, kind of, yeah. It's like Morgan Wallen and things like that.
Yeah.
It was more like because I used to play guitar and things as a kid. So
Did you? Nice.
yeah, it's probably like kind of based off of.
And do you ever create any of your own music for your content?
I've done it before, but now I just work with like music creators to get the copyright claims and things.
Yeah.
So.
You must just, I love that, honestly, when I was looking at who you were and what you do, it's like you do take, what do you like better than the teaching, the content, the coaching, the playing, or the art?
I love the competing. I wish I could do it forever, but I don't think I could keep up with it. The teaching I get enjoyment from because I just feel like I can inspire others, and I still get to, doesn't matter what age I get to, I can still teach. I could be 50, 60, even 70s, I could still be teaching. But I love the team management of everything about it. Like, I get to go to the events, I get to see the events, get to play at some point. So that's what, like, the team management is what I want to do, but I'm happy to do teaching forever.
And how have you found then, so Opall Esports, how did that come about then?
I kind of realised there wasn't much in Scotland, but there is at the same time. And I kind of wanted to build something that...
That's a really good way to think of Scotland.
Yeah.
There is, but there isn't.
Yeah. I just wanted to like make something that was going to want people to take part in and have a development route from all the way from amateur, it could be anyone, older people, younger people, people who've never played before, up to like the semi-pro, and then just like main team pro sort of scene. So like my goal for it is to get all the different schools and educations and things like that involved, and have them competing at their own bracket level, to start jumping into like the semi-pro scene and make money, no matter what stage you're at. So that's kind of the goal with it, is to get people to have that stage up. And then I built not long ago a training platform similar to like Human Benchmark and Kovacs. So we're starting, it's built, it's really good. It was like 500 to 1,000 people using it first day we launched it. And we've noticed straight away, like there's more education side, get involved with it. I've had kids that I do like typing club stuff. And we're seeing kids that are not being able to type properly to type in sentences in like less than 30 minutes. Like it's crazy the amount of things you can actually see from.
And what is it? Can you describe it in a nutshell, the software?
So there's a bit for warming up, so as if you're like a pro or so there's things for like your back, your posture, your hands, making sure you're warmed up for that. We've got videos that are all categorized for how you can get into the esports industry, how you can do your CV, how to get involved with certain things, networking, the whole lot. And then we have things like ball clickers, aim trainers, everything you could possibly get.
How did you develop that then?
I use the AI. I think it's something you can use really easily nowadays, but I literally just use the AI to code most of it. And then my dad does web development anyway. So I kind of use some of the experiences from that.
So the market will be getting, when you think about it then, right? It's all about how you market these things now then, because we get saturated. It used to be behind like a paywall of coders and people that could go and do this, but now, and no disrespect to yourself, but you know, you're coming along thinking you do it, use AI to make it. And
100%. Well, AI's taken over.
At
the end of the day, you can pay people to AI to take over your job, but it's never going to be able to take over yourself. Like someone has to code it. And at the end of the day, you don't need coding experience, you just have to type a sentence.
Well, how long do you think it took you to actually pull it together then?
Less than a day.
Wow.
Easily.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it was like 2 days max and it was finished.
And you able to monetize it as well?
The whole thing.
Excellent.
We're recently getting it updated to be the 2 websites together.
Right.
So we can start developing ads through both. So
excellent.
It's a good way to get involvement of other sponsorships, especially in Scotland.
And you think education, are you saying the education are looking to maybe?
I think so, 100%. Well, I've been using it for my teaching, and you get people using like the different typing things like typing club and stuff, but when these kids are actually competing at the exact same time, they're finding more, especially for kids, parents think, you can be playing games, you can't play on that forever, but mums, if you're making money at the same time, you've technically got a job.
Yeah, big time.
And that's where I'm starting to see, right, if I can get you in to compete on a game, but you're not competing, and you can make money at the same time, what's stopping you? And your parents are going to want you to play. Yeah,
100%.
And that's what I've started seeing a lot with the kids. And for the first time, I started doing the teaching in DNA, and then I taught a class in Queensland University in Australia. And the difference between them two is like, the kids seemed more educated than the older classes. But as soon as I brought in the typing stuff, they wanted to do it. And then I had, the one thing I've never thought I would ever hear is, can I get homework? That's what I'm like, esports has definitely changed.
When would you ever think, learn.
When would you ever think that a kid would ask for homework?
Well, they've got to be engaged with it, they've got to love it, right? And if they can get taught around the game, and then, it's absolutely what they want to do. That's really cool.
It's pretty cool.
I mean, even there's people out there that have got these kind of models already that have spent thousands of pounds in coding them and creating them. You must be worried now. If people like yourselves are coming up and just create in a day to kind of know what they're doing.
I mean, they're using Copilot for most things nowadays. They just buy it and then they get to use it. So the jobs haven't been replaced, but they're using AI more often. They just need less staff to do that role.
I mean, one thing we spoke about what Scotland does and it doesn't, I think I've seen a lot of esports orgs come and go. What kind of advice would you give somebody that's maybe wanting to create an org then? Because yours looks amazing. Yours looks really nice. Like
I'm trying to cut the ways of how people could get in debt and how they could avoid the issues that most teams involve in. Like we're similar to a charity, but like we run through ways we could make in money without me having to spend. For example, like the ads. We can use that instead of me going, all right, I need an investor, I want to waste your money. That's not how I want to come across. So we're trying to cut those issues that people would run into occasionally with needing the money. Like you need like what, £50 to set up as an actual company itself. And then there's obviously hidden fees and data protection that you'll need. But it's very easily done. Most teams are like clans straight away. It's a group of friends. But I set up with 4 or 5 teams at first with different games, realised you need more than one roster. And I feel like if every esports team around every single place in the world followed the same structure of amateur, semi-pro, and pro. You can involve education. And with the education, you've got sponsors not wanting to invest into teams nowadays because they don't see how the ROI rate's going to get back to them. So if we've started seeing if you involve that, the sponsors will get involved because they want to be involved with the education. And then we can use both back facilities to basically run things.
And so then, would you say in a sense, who are you competing? Like, okay, I think we've got like a mutual love, Embark Studios.
Oh,
right?
I love it.
Yeah, right. Like, I must admit, right. So I seen the finals. You play it. So the finals you compete
That's
in,
my game now.
right?
Yeah.
So when the finals came out, I checked it out. I thought, oh, I think like everybody, it didn't maybe land with everybody.
Yeah.
It's you's obviously taking it away, and then Arc Raiders came out.
Yeah.
Right. I'm loving Arc Raiders.
I've not played it, but I've seen it.
So vice for the opposite ends, right?
Yeah.
But it's Embark Studios, the same company, right?
Yeah.
And then so last night I downloaded the finals and I got into it and I thought, you know what? It's got a little bit of Apex. It's got a little bit. I'm thinking I would even say Destiny kind of artwork. Some of the
everything.
It's got a bit of everything, doesn't it? It's cool.
Our main thing was Call of Duty and Overwatch.
Yeah.
And then,
well, you can see the Overwatch bit for the way you look at the characters.
Especially with like the team based. I love being able to like work as a team, especially the development that you can do through that. And it's not as if you have to keep us up to date with the game because it's threes all the time.
Yeah.
So it and the best thing about the finals is when it first started, there wasn't enough people. Well, there was, but they brought out custom matchmaking too late. So it seemed like, oh yeah, there's not going to be an esports scene from this. How am I to?
But I think it was designed with that in mind because even when you're playing it with the commentary, which is a really cool touch, isn't it? It's almost like you're getting commentated as you're playing, isn't it?
It does help you, especially with like if a team goes down, you can hear when they're going to come back in. And one of the best things about it is you can predict spawns, and then you can also force them to be somewhere else. So it's like you're in control. It's almost like chess.
Yeah, because I was looking at it, it's got nice recoil off it as well, and I thought, there's a lot to this game.
Yeah, so I love the snipers in it. The creativity you can do with this game is...
If I ever, so I was about to say to you, if you ever feel a lull in doing that, jump on Arc Raiders, right? And if I ever feel a lull in that, I'll definitely give more of the finals a go because Arc Raiders just exploded as well.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah,
same people. So.
Yeah, I think they're ex-Battlefield developers.
Yeah. That's where they went from. So,
it's how big's the finals scene? Because I think what's happened is, I think the finals have came out, right? You've probably got its core following, and then I think with the success of Arc Raiders, people like myself are now looking at the studio and other games, and I think it's. Do you seen a rise in it at the moment?
A little bit, especially with the new creation of it. So, like we had DreamHack a few weeks ago, and that was insane.
Did you go over?
No, I was watching it live, but I had a few of my friends that are competing live at it. But there was not much money involved, and now there is. But the best thing about the finals is only about 20,000 players playing it actively every day. So there's more of a scene of you're involved with actual esports people that want to be involved with the scene. It's not just random people, it's you're involved with an esports community.
Yeah, which is good. We want to be competitive.
Yeah, but because of the low numbers, it makes everything so much easier for finding teammates, for getting in touch with people. There's, especially the community and the devs that made it, everyone you can just get in touch with. It's not as if it's hard to find someone. You'll just make a change.
And Embark Studios like that?
They listen to the community. That's one thing why I switched from Fortnite, was because they don't listen and they just follow partnerships. You can't just forget your community.
Well, I'm worried in case they do listen to the community because they put out a feedback form last night on Arc Raiders and everybody's moaning and there was, I wanted the PvE.
Yeah.
But you're like, no, but the fact it's got PvP elements is what makes it exciting.
Yeah.
But some people are like, I don't want the PvP, but if you don't have PvP element, then you can just go in and extract. Yeah. And it doesn't matter. So
we've had the same issue with the finals. There was like different game modes that they're all ranked.
Does it have NPCs in it? No.
No. You can in the practice modes they do.
Yeah, that's what I done last night.
It's the most advanced training that you could do on there. Like you can actually once you get into the practice, you can go in and you can make different scenarios of what happens. The bots will be in, they can shoot back at you, you can set the difficulty. I've never seen that with any game.
Nah, I was going to say, I mean, it looks like they've basically cherry picked and thought what would be the ultimate FPS, haven't they? The movement looks good.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. Well, you coming from Fortnite and being known as the flyer, knowing that you're good at movement, if you can able to express your skill set onto something that you can get benefits from.
Especially with in the finals, the amount of destructivity you can.
Just going to say that, and I think that's where the Battlefield stuff comes from. If you can destroy a building in a game, you're German.
Yeah, because you feel like in a game, if there's something changing the whole entire, you can't have it's not the exact same game every time you play. It's always different.
Because I suppose there's another angle, isn't there, for like getting even when they put one of the things last night, I seen somebody put up this kind of foam wall.
Yeah.
And it'll shoot through the foam wall, but it'll give you an angle on it.
Yeah, it's so creative, the things you can do with it.
I said to my wife, I was like, oh, I'm going to check out. And she's like, just watch a stream. And I'm like, I want to play it. Yeah. But I probably should have watched a stream to get a full feel for the maps as well.
I think anyone can pick up. It's so easy.
But, yeah, I think once Arc Raid, I mean, the good thing is I felt like we've had a bit of a lull with games coming out for a while, but it feels like they're kind of coming.
Yeah, I've started seeing there's a lot more that people are wanting to get involved with, and more creativity sides that haven't been brought up before. It's not the same games.
No, and then you see the opposite side of it, where maybe the Black Ops and the Call of Duties is getting saturated, and they've actually I think they're putting a pause on it. Yeah. Because it did feel like that, another Black Ops. It was like, it was too much. You were not bothered anymore.
They've always been battling the Battlefield. But
Battlefield's great. Did you play the Battlefield 6?
I played it before, yeah. It was fun, but I think it's too hectic.
Like, this is how Arc Raiders went, right? Battlefield, Arc Raiders, and I've never touched that again.
I've seen a lot to it, like, especially my teacher at the college. I've seen that he was doing Battlefield, and he stuck to it, but I feel like you definitely have the two sides, but they're very similar.
And how much do you think when you're doing the teaching that you all just chat about games half the time? I probably don't, but I'm not.
I mean, they do, but it's more like they want to improve, they want to get something from it. Especially, like, before I started doing the teaching, I looked a lot into the F1.
Yep.
And how you can actually use, like, you've got your data analytics, you've got things like your speed, distance, time, all things that link into STEM subjects.
Yeah.
And that's how it doesn't matter what age, it can be involved in any education.
And so do you think you can trick the class into talking about a certain subject, but really in a sense you're bringing it around to a STEM subject?
Yeah.
Which is good.
There's so much to esports. Like, you've got your broadcasting, commentating, marketing. It doesn't matter what you do. It's all going to link into other jobs. Yeah.
And everybody says, like, is esports a sport? I don't think it's a sport. I think it can be a sport. Yeah. It can be education.
So
it can
much more.
That's what it is. Yeah, I think that kind of cuts that chat right away. It's not. It isn't just where you just used to be in the world of, like, okay, that's a sport, it's pigeonholed, and that's that, and that's all it can do. But esports is so much more than that, isn't it? You can do so much more.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to the Olympics. I think that'll be the.
What games do you think are going to be in there then?
I'm hoping it's not all sports based. But I would like to see some shooter games.
The finals looks like it could cut. The finals, to me, because it looks futuristic, right? It doesn't look like it's in a war zone. It doesn't look like you're in Vietnam or enemies playing, but it does look like a futuristic one. That seems like something that was a bit more. I think we'd get away with it.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where
depends if Embark know the right people, though, right?
Yeah, it's true. But it's one of those things that the finals is just esports players. People are concerned about the numbers and things, but it's esports players, and you guys are just playing games. There's two sides. If you want to be just esports, the finals is it.
And so how obviously it's a free game. Is it just skins and cosmetics that you pay for?
You can customise anything.
Right. How much have you spent on it?
I hope my girlfriend's not watching. Probably close.
You haven't said anything. That's fine. That just proves to me how much you're into it.
Yeah, no, I love the game. There's so much you can customise. Everything. Probably more than how you dress in the morning. There's
really?
That much customization.
So that's good then. So hopefully that's what's going to happen in Arc Raiders as well.
Hopefully, yeah. So I think there's a lot to come.
Yeah, definitely. So tell me then, where do you see yourself in, like, okay, Opal, what would be your dream for Opal? If I said to you, 5-year plan, where would you like Opal to be? What would you like to have achieved with Opal?
I want a facility which can involve all education from all of Europe. I want to start off in the UK and then go Europe, have everyone involved together. And then we'd like to see world champions at some point of some game.
Of some game.
Yeah.
And how hard do you think it is then to be ahead of the curve to say, okay, we're going to jump into the finals, and then it's not picking up, and then you've seen some orgs do that with, like, Marvel Rivals, like Sentinels went into it and then pulled out. And I think they're all thinking a game's going to be hot, but then because their esports can be so.
Well, that's the thing. If you look at Call of Duty, it's always been there, but it's not, like, heavily looked at for the esports.
So I was going to say, so where would you see then, what team would you go into? Because obviously, in a sense, you've got to look at the long term and think, is the player base there? Is there people in Scotland that like it? I mean, would you rather have Scottish talent, obviously, so you could meet them?
Yeah, I would love to see that. That's where I've started doing, it's more Scottish players, but I feel like, well, especially with all esports teams, they need to start developing either towns or countries, because not every country's got its own national team. But I would like to see that for Opal.
Yeah, I mean, Esports Wales do it quite well. I think John Jackson.
They've done amazing, but Wales have kind of stayed inside themselves. All the money's in one place. They're not competing in external tournaments other than the globals.
And do you think that's good? Do you think, in a sense, that there's nothing wrong with that then to begin with? I mean, you think about growing something and giving it a bit of, like, giving a team history, because a lot of sport relies on history, past experiences, rivalry. Yeah. So creating that, in a sense,
I mean, it makes the country known for it, but I don't think it gets it known to other countries. I feel like for the UK it's different. We've got all these different countries in one place, but it's the same with America if they did that. But I feel like you need to be global. That's the way.
And so who would you say is an org that you look up to then? Who would you say is like a... I'm not saying they have to be exactly...
So
like Fnatic and that, they do a lot of education, would you say?
Nah, not much. I mean, they've done a little bit, but so I spoke to Michael Liddell before I set up Opal and talked about what's the issues in esports. What would you say is different? Like, he was like, oh, I've been a world champion at this age. It doesn't matter what age you are, you can still be a champion. Some people say that if you're past a certain age, you can't be an esports player anymore, but that's not true. You just got to develop to either a different game or...
But when it comes... Okay, so that you would say that, right? But I think when it comes to the pinnacle of it, would you say, like, the reaction times when you're talking about...
I mean, there's been that, right? But not every game needs the reaction time. Some games are slower, some games are faster, it doesn't matter.
So here's one for you then. Do you think people that started playing at 16, they would, I mean, by the time they came to 26, 27, 10 years of constant esports would be quite a lot on somebody.
Yeah.
The training, like, I think...
I mean, it just depends how it's run. Like, as long as it doesn't take over your life and you've got that time to, like, sit back and chill now and again, I think you're not going to be overworked.
And what would you give advice to kids that are maybe like burning the candle at both ends and not wanting to do it?
Take 2 days off.
Just do you have your weekends?
Yeah, every weekend. And I mean, I'm one to do all the way through the week. I'll go to college and I'll be doing esports and I'll be doing my business at the same time. Like, I'll feel overworked at points, but as soon as it comes to the weekend, that's you. You get to do whatever you want. But it's one of those things I love for the game.
And when you say, I'm interested with regarding kids that are turning up and doing the kind of college course, like, have you done a full year with a group yet?
With the teaching?
Yeah.
Almost.
Almost. But would you say that you've seen any progress in development and confidence, or? Like...
Yeah, there's been a lot of confidence changes. It's more after you've done a lesson, you've got to work out how are you going to get these kids that are hyper all the way down a little bit, because you've got kids that are running down the stairs, they're running down the corridor, and you're going to have to watch out for that. But it's one of those things you've got to stay in control of how they're running the game. And one thing I'll extremely make sure it's put in play, as soon as you come to a class, you don't compete against each other. I feel like that's the same for any other team, your teammates.
Do you think because they fall out?
Yeah, every single team I've been in, it's I want to go 1v1. Stay away from it.
Mindset's massive, eh?
Yeah, you always think about teamwork, how you can play with this team, and it's not about, oh, you did something wrong, it's we did something wrong. You've got to look at all the different areas of what's wrong here, what can we change.
If you don't have that mindset, then you're just going to go down a massive rabbit hole of just like...
You're just playing souls at that point, like, stick to yourself.
When you think about it with traditional sport, I mean, obviously, I'm not overly... I don't know exactly how football gets trained, but you see them all training against each other.
Yeah.
You wonder, like, they have to do that, I suppose, at that point, and don't they? Don't have a game to kind of play against. They actually have to tackle each other and maybe go in for a tackle in training.
But it's not like in traditional sports you have scrims. You don't get to practice against.
They get friendlies, I suppose.
Yeah,
closed doors things, but not as much.
Nowhere near. Yeah, you could play a match in football, but you're going to be there the whole day. Play a game, you're going to be there for 20 minutes. It's not as much time constraining.
And I suppose you've got to find the right balance in a team, don't you? Because you want if you've got players that are maybe really good, then that comes with ego a lot of the time, because they're used to being ego within their wee group, their Discord, the best player, aren't they? And then they'll come together, and I wonder how they manage that.
You do see how you sometimes have this very confident player, and as soon as they put into the team, they're silent.
Silent, quiet.
But everyone that's got confidence has their own levels of where they're going to sit.
Well, you see that because my life was Valorant, so I went back into it since I got my PC, and I had to do my rank matches again, right? And it put me back in Iron, right?
Yeah.
Right? So anyway, I go into this Iron lobby, nobody says nothing.
Yeah.
Quiet. Like, mouse like, give comms. I'm thinking, nobody's talking. But do you know what I mean? But then when you go to the other ELOs, very confident, comms here, definitely. There,
It's one of those things, like, if you play ranked, it's going to be like that, but I feel like that's what the communities are for.
For those bits.
Yeah, I wouldn't suggest anyone to be... If you're one to get in esports, don't play random matches, especially ranked. Don't keep up with a random team. You need a team to play good.
Very good, yeah.
Now, if you're doing solo, it's kind of one of those things you need to develop your own ego for scrims and things.
I mean, so here's the thing, right? Okay, I'm a finals player. I want to get involved with a team. What recommend would you do? Because the thing is as well, growing up, in my experience, I've always loved gaming. My friends fell off, and then you're kind of left in the wilderness. Like, but you need to find those other people, don't you? How do you think the best way to find people for their games are?
Discord.
Joining communities in that way.
Yeah. Especially this, I feel like you can join communities and things, but the scrim servers is where you need to find. That's where you'll find your teammates.
And so would you say then, like, what's Opal's mission then? What's your kind of mission statement? Like,
inspire others, be different. Like, we want to be something that no other team's done, but it's not like we want to be individual. We want everyone else to follow the exact same way. And
how do you get, so is Opal your company?
Yeah.
Right, so you've got the passion, you've got the vision, you're pushing Opal all the time. How do you find trying to, especially the kind of just starting off, how do you motivate players to come with you in that journey? Where maybe just saying, maybe say, oh, you know, Cody, I like playing in that, but do you know what I mean? When you're trying to take it serious, how do you manage to kind of work that?
We've used the inspiration route. Like, we've used we found professionals that are either in education or trying to work their way up in some sort of scene, but they're not just random people. It's not like you're a random captain on the team. We're using the managers to motivate these people, get them find the tournaments for them, and then they're looking forward to something. They see how this person is doing things in person and online and giving themselves their own.
So you're finding that captain in the team?
Yeah, like the captain is the person that they always look up to. It's more like your IGL sort of thing.
So you got to find your captain first then?
Yeah, captain is what you need, but the manager, you need the tournaments.
And so what is the actual structure to Opal? Could you tell me the people you've got involved? You don't have to name drop them, but you can tell me like the different roles that you've got.
We've probably got about 50 people at least on.
Really?
Yeah.
Brilliant. How do you manage that then? With Discord?
Yeah, we've got Discord, and then we also use an app similar to, well, it's kind of like where you get your pay and things, but in that it's kind of like Messenger. You can all type at the same time. You can schedule your meetings, you can schedule your teams, and it keeps us track of how much you've won, how much you've lost, if people can attend or not, or maybe. And that's one of the things that we found with especially like training sessions. If someone can't make it and they just say yeah or no, you need that maybe just in case. You need someone else in. So we kind of kept it so people aren't feeling like someone's ruined the team. If you're able to put the maybe, then you know it's not like one of those things where you have to have these high expectations of someone turning up.
And I would actually say that the fact you've got 50 people that are all representing Opal goes a lot down to you, mate. I mean, you think about, because I think it starts at the top, and I think if you're doing everything that you're doing and you see how professional you're doing, I mean, I was researching the stuff you've done, I thought it's looking so good. I've said that 3 times now, but that's how people want to join it, because they know you're serious with it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have seen that is, you can have team managers and things, or your directors, or people that own the team that may look at it for just money. I'm here to see it. I want you to win. Like, I'm not here to go, oh yeah, here's an investor, I want your money. I want you to see and have something beneficial for yourself.
And so the games that you compete in, so do you compete in the finals? Do you compete for yourself as well?
Yeah,
so
that's one of the things I wanted to do.
A player coach?
Yeah, so I'm doing just the team management.
So you're always in the squad?
Yeah. I mean,
first name of the team sheet, Cody?
Yeah, well, I mean, it was one of those things, like I competed on the NA team at one point, and it was just one of those things that, like, we were competing, but they needed a sub in. I came in, dominated on it, but I mean, it's just one of those things, like, I can motivate players, but if I'm playing in a different region, I'm not going to be the same. But yeah, like, we've got 4 rosters right now for games, and they're kind of like our structure for it. Like, we're not involved with like other bigger scenes, but it's just like your traditional Rocket League, Fortnite, Call of Duty in the finals. We're cautious about Fortnite because of the partners and things.
Well, the fact that you can get like a Kim Kardashian skin now.
I noticed that today, as soon as I came in here.
My wife told me this morning, and I was like, that's a great idea by them though, right? Because there's a lot of mums out there that maybe want to get, maybe play with their kids and want to get the Kim skin.
I mean, I feel like you can bring a skin into the game, but you can't base your whole entire game off it. Like, you can have your ranked games, but don't change your whole entire... You can have a season of a game. If you're going to change it just for one skin...
Don't become a diva.
Yeah, like, it ruins the game.
Yeah, I know.
That's why people are stepping away from it, I think.
Yeah, because the Simpsons one was cool, though.
Yeah, but...
They didn't do it for long, did they?
Yeah, but it's one of those things that you can't base a whole season off it.
Nah.
You can have a skin in the game, that's cool. You don't need the whole season.
I've got the Predator one. Love it. The dog in the back.
Yeah, they're nice. I've got one of them.
Listen, Cody, I think, I've said it, I keep saying it, but I think when things do look a bit better than the rest, what you've got is brilliant. I think it's really good that you're doing it as a Scottish org as well.
Yeah.
And I just wish you all the best with it, mate, and don't burn out and just keep looking after your weekends, right? Cheers, buddy.
Thank you.